This here in my hand is an RC servo. It can be found in RC cars, planes and boats. So if I'm driving my remote control car, you can see here I want to avoid this obstacle. So if I turn right, the car turns left. But this is very easy to fix. All you do is flick this switch here. You flick this switch. Or you can do it through the menu like this. Too easy. This is all very well, but the other day I was building this RC Bobcat. And it's got these two big servos here, and because they're facing outwards, when one goes up, the other went down. So it was very simple, I just had to reverse one of them. I put in a servo reverser, which was very easy, but this was causing some other problems. So this was not looking good for this RC Bobcat project. But luckily there's a very simple way to reverse a servo manually by opening it up and doing some soldering. And luckily for you, this Ultra RC video is going to be all about how to do it yourself, so let's crack right into it. Alright, so I'll bring you down to the bench and I'll show you how it's done step by step. Let's do it. Alright, so the first step is just to open it up, undo these 4 screws on the back here. Now that the screws are undone, we'll just take off the back half of the servo. We'll try and keep these two pieces together because there's all these cogs in here and we don't want them going everywhere. So we'll just take this back piece off. There we go. So here is our motor. This is the little circuit board. And then down here there's 3 wires, a red one and a white one and a black one going to the potentiometer. The potentiometer tells the circuit board where the position on the servo is, and then the circuit board tells the motor where to move. So now you can heat up your soldering iron. Now would be a good time to take note of what the inside of the servo looks like, because what we're going to be doing is swapping these 2 wires over. And because they're both red inside this servo, if I unsolder them both, I won't know which one's which. But I know that this is the way around the circuit board goes, and that these wires at the moment are crossed over. So what I'm going to undo is unsolder them both, and then solder them straight across, and then my servo will be nearly reversed. So let's do that step now. So I'll just put the servo in the vise just here. I'll just take my soldering iron and place it on this tab here, and pop, the wire comes off. I'll do the other one, and pop, that one comes off as well. Now remember they have to be nice and straight, so I'll put the opposite one here. I'll put my soldering iron, touch it, and it's joined back together. Same with the other one, put that on there, touch them together. Luckily for me this was a very easy solder. If they don't look too strong you can always grab a little bit of extra solder from a roll, tap it on there, but that's plenty strong and it's not really going to have much force on it anyway. So now that our motor is reversed around, now we need to reverse the potentiometer. So the potentiometer is down here, and like I said before, it tells the servo where the horn is, otherwise the motor wouldn't know what to do. And it's got 3 wires, a black one, a white one and a red one. You can see here that the white wire is in the middle and we have to reverse the 2 outside wires. So I'm going to swap the black one with the red one and then the potentiometer will be reversed. So what I'm doing here is I'm holding the circuit board and pulling on the red wire. I'll heat up the point like this, and when it gets warm the wire will be pulled out. Hopefully, there we go. Whoop. So now the red wire is detached. I can do the same now with the black wire, heat that up, and now just quickly put it over where the other one was, then I won't forget which side's which, let go, that's reconnected, super easy, hope you can see that alright. I'll just attach this together here, just heat that up. The good thing about little soldering is you don't have to use much heat, so it's not, though it is fiddly, it's very easy to get the part warm. And the trick with soldering is the solder wants to go towards the heat. So if you have a blob on the soldering iron and it doesn't go onto this, you know that your part is not warm. But once the part is warm, the soldering iron will be cold, and then your solder will flow into the part. So hopefully that looks all good. That looks all good, yep. So I need to make sure now. I'll just double check now that those are swapped around, and I can see that they are. I can see that there's no solder that's going to short circuit this whole thing, and I've reversed the motor wires, which is great, because this is how the circuit board goes, and those wires, those red wires are not crossed over. The potentiometer 2 wires are swapped over. The black one is now where the brown one is, which is great because before it was the other way around. My camera loves focusing on this orange block here. absolutely great. But that was very simple, right? Now all we need to do is put this servo back together. So I can even do it here just like this. I'll put this in here, how it should go, just like that. That will work anyway. Then I'll put this down. Make sure that you line up this little, if you see this little gap on the last piece of the servo, that's where the wire goes. But you took it apart, so you should know how it goes back together. Just like this. Too easy. Now I just tighten these 4 screws. You can see here that my servo is back together, and I can use it in my next project. Alright guys, so this servo in my hand is now reversed. So thanks for watching this awesome Ultra RC video. Hope you learned something, because this is very, very easy. Now I can use this servo in an awesome RC project. So make sure you subscribe and notifications so you don't miss the next awesome Ultra RC videos. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. So remember, you can always comment down below if this doesn't work for you. I'm happy to help you out. But thanks for watching this awesome Ultra RC video, and I'll see you around later.